10 extraordinary habits of the super elderly that the medical industry doesn't want you to discover. Have you ever wondered why some 80-year-olds can still do things that many 60-year-olds cannot? Is there a secret behind the elderly who maintain extraordinary strength until the age of 90? What if there was a scientifically proven way to preserve your muscle strength regardless of your age? Sarcopenia affects more than 50 million seniors globally, quietly undermining the independence of countless people. Annually, more than 300,000 elderly people are hospitalized due to falls directly related to muscle weakness. The truly surprising aspect is that research published in the Journal of Physiology indicates that significant loss of muscle mass is not inevitable. While many individuals in their 70s struggle to climb stairs or get up from a chair without assistance, there is an impressive group of seniors who preserve the muscle strength, functionality, and even appearance of significantly younger people. So-called super seniors often demonstrate remarkable capabilities, often outperforming much younger people on strength assessments. Mayo Clinic researchers have identified specific practices that significantly slow and may even reverse muscle loss associated with aging. Let's get started. Revealed: the real cause of devastating muscle loss. After 60, there is a silent phenomenon occurring in your body that begins to accelerate dramatically after the age of 60. This process is robbing not only their strength, but potentially their future independence. The truth is that muscle loss after the age of 60 is not simply a result of old age as many believe. What actually occurs is a combination of multiple biological factors that have been identified by researchers at the University of Michigan. The first culprit is the deterioration of neuromuscular junctions, the vital connections between your brain and your muscles. Think of these connections as electrical outlets providing energy needed for muscle activation. As these connections deteriorate, your brain gradually loses the ability to communicate effectively with your muscles. A second critical factor is the increase in low-grade systemic inflammation, often referred to as inflammaging by scientists. This type of silent inflammation triggers molecular pathways that break down muscle protein faster than your body can regenerate it. Studies from Tufts University revealed that older adults with elevated inflammatory markers experienced a rate of muscle wasting 3 times higher than their peers with lower levels. Anabolic endurance is another oft-overlooked mechanism. With advancing age, our bodies exhibit a diminished efficiency in protein utilization. Finally, natural hormonal changes, including reductions in testosterone and growth hormone levels, create a biochemical environment that favors muscle breakdown rather than building. Knowing these root causes is the first step to effectively fighting sarcopenia and preserving your independence for decades. And you'll be surprised to discover how small strategic changes can have profound impacts on maintaining muscle strength as you age. The forbidden secret: how to reverse muscle loss, even after the age of 70. Have you ever heard a health professional say that losing muscle mass is simply a normal part of aging? This statement is being categorically contradicted by revolutionary research. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology has found something that contradicts decades of conventional thinking about aging. Individuals aged 75 to 85 were able to not only halt, but significantly reverse muscle loss in just 12 weeks. What makes this finding even more remarkable is that the participants had already lost a substantial amount of muscle mass before they started the program. The key to this transformation lies in a specific protocol developed by researchers at Harvard University in collaboration with McMaster University. Unlike conventional recommendations, this protocol uses a multifaceted approach that attacks sarcopenia from multiple angles simultaneously. The most surprising factor is that all participants experienced measurable muscle growth, regardless of their initial physical condition or exercise history. Participants who could barely get up from chairs without assistance at the start of the study were performing full squats after just 6 weeks. The average rate of muscle gain was 1.5 pounds over 12 weeks, with some participants gaining up to 3 pounds of pure muscle mass. Even more striking, 92% of participants reported significant reduction in joint pain, contrary to the common notion that strength exercises increase joint problems in older adults. CT scans confirmed not only an increase in muscle size, but also improvements in muscle quality, with a reduction in fat infiltration that typically occurs with aging. This discovery represents a completely new paradigm in geriatric medicine and suggests that it is never too late to rebuild strength and independence, regardless of your current age. Alert: what really happens in your body. When your muscle mass disappears, few understand the devastating consequences when muscle mass progressively decreases. This isn't just an aesthetic or strength problem, it's a systemic threat to your health and independence. When your muscle mass drops below certain critical thresholds, your body initiates a cascade of negative events that affect virtually every organ system. First, your metabolism slows down dramatically, with studies showing up to a 20% reduction in basal metabolic rate. This metabolic slowdown not only makes it easier to gain weight, but also harder to lose it, creating a vicious cycle. Your insulin sensitivity decreases significantly, increasing your risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 58%. Research from Tufts University has shown that advanced sarcopenia is associated with a 300% increased risk of falls and fractures. The impact on your mobility goes far beyond simple weakness. It affects your balance, coordination, and reaction time. Their immune system suffers too, with studies showing that seniors with advanced sarcopenia have reduced immune function, making them more susceptible to infections. Perhaps most alarming is the effect on your brain. Muscle loss is directly correlated with accelerated cognitive decline and increased risk of dementia. A 10-year longitudinal study found that older adults in the lowest quartile of muscle mass were twice as likely to develop Alzheimer's compared to those in the highest quartile. Sarcopenia also decreases your ability to recover from illness or surgery, prolonging recovery times and increasing complications. Statistics show that 67% of seniors who lose independence due to muscle weakness never fully regain it. Recognizing these consequences is vital to understanding why preserving your muscle mass should be an absolute priority in any healthy aging strategy. 10 extraordinary habits of the super elderly that the medical industry doesn't want you to discover. 1. The miracle vitamin that turns weak seniors into super seniors. It is alarming that more than 80% of older adults are deficient in what researchers have identified as the muscle vitamin. Vitamin D deficiency is widespread among older adults and is quietly sapping their strength. This is significant for several reasons that go far beyond the bone health traditionally associated with this vitamin. Recent findings from Harvard researchers indicate that vitamin D plays a direct role in activating genes crucial for muscle protein synthesis and growth. Muscle cells have specific vitamin D receptors that, when activated, initiate pathways responsible for the development and maintenance of muscle tissue. A remarkable study published in JAMA Internal Medicine revealed that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels exhibited 25% more muscle strength compared to their deficient peers. They demonstrated marked improvements in balance, coordination, and reaction time, all of which are essential for fall prevention. Super seniors who exhibit remarkable vitality into their 80s consistently demonstrate optimal vitamin D levels, exceeding 40 nanograms per milliliter. In contrast, the typical elderly often have levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter, a range recognized as deficient. Although sun exposure is beneficial, its effectiveness decreases with age, as our skin generates 50% less vitamin D. Many older adults require additional supplementation, but the typical recommendation of 600 international units per day is significantly lower than necessary. Studies indicate that most older adults need between 2,000 and 4,000 international units a day to reach optimal levels. An important caveat: vitamin D works in harmony with vitamin K2, which ensures that calcium is directed to the bones instead of the arteries. Consult your doctor about performing a vitamin D blood test to assess your current levels. 2. The powerful training technique that tricks your body into building muscle at age 80. The most crucial habit that distinguishes 80-year-olds with remarkable force is a practice that researchers at Tufts University considered the most effective anti-aging intervention ever discovered. Progressive resistance training, when performed in a specific way, can literally reverse decades of muscle decline. There is a fundamental truth that many seniors often overlook. Muscle function follows the use it or lose it principle. However, crucially, muscles need to be subjected to progressive challenges to ensure their preservation. Walking, water aerobics, or consistently using the same light weights week after week is insufficient to preserve muscle mass after age 60. What distinguishes the super elderly approach is the primary emphasis on intensity over duration. Research from McMaster University indicates that seniors practicing high-intensity resistance training near muscle failure twice a week experienced greater muscle gains compared to those performing moderate intensity training 5 times a week. Reaching momentary muscle failure, the point at which you can't perform one more rep while maintaining proper form, triggers significant anabolic responses. Second, gracefully aging individuals focus on compound movements that activate multiple muscle groups simultaneously: squats, deadlifts, rows, bench presses, and pulls. Third, they apply the principle of progressive overload, systematically increasing resistance or difficulty over time. A significant study from the University of Alabama revealed that individuals in their 70s who practiced progressive resistance training experienced an average muscle gain of 1.5 pounds and a remarkable 35% increase in strength in just 12 weeks. Starting with just 2 30-minute sessions per week can significantly alter the course of your aging process. 3. The secret of hydration. That very few doctors know about, one of the most overlooked secrets to maintaining healthy muscles in old age is literally within everyone's reach: strategic hydration. But it's not simply about drinking more water. It's about how, when, and what kind of hydration your muscle tissue really needs. Researchers at the University of California found that dehydration of just 2% can reduce muscle strength by up to 10% and significantly impair recovery after physical activity. Super seniors follow specific hydration protocols that most medical professionals rarely consider important enough to recommend. First, they practice preconditioning hydration, consuming approximately 400 to 500 milliliters of mineralized water 90 minutes before any physical activity. This specific timing allows muscle cells to reach optimal saturation, significantly improving performance and resistance to fatigue. Second, they understand the importance of specific micronutrients that must accompany hydration for maximum muscle function. Magnesium, potassium, and sodium work together to regulate water balance in muscle cells, directly affecting the way muscles contract and generate force. Super seniors often prepare smart water by adding a pinch of unrefined sea salt, lemon juice, rich in potassium, and occasionally a teaspoon of raw honey. Third, they strategically distribute their water consumption throughout the day, avoiding large volumes at once, which can dilute electrolytes and overload the kidneys. Studies show that drinking water at regular intervals of 30 to 45 minutes keeps cell levels more stable. Finally, super seniors avoid liquids that cause dehydration, such as alcoholic beverages and those with excessive caffeine, particularly in the 4 hours before bedtime. Research from the University of Pennsylvania revealed that seniors who followed this strategic hydration protocol experienced an average 16% increase in muscle endurance in just 3 weeks. 4. The brain-muscle connection that can save your independence. There is an intriguing topic often overlooked by many older adults. The phenomenon of muscle loss goes beyond muscle fibers. The initial decline typically occurs in the connection between your nerves and muscles, known as neuromuscular junctions. These connections work similarly to electrical outlets, providing the energy needed for muscle activation. As deterioration occurs, a process that accelerates significantly after age 60, the brain's ability to communicate effectively with muscles decreases. Recent research from the University of Michigan revealed that super seniors with exceptional strength demonstrate significantly better health outcomes compared to typical seniors. Notably, researchers have identified particular methods that can sustain and potentially rejuvenate these essential connections. Initial practice involves distinct movement patterns that require precision and coordination. Activities such as Tai Chi, dance, tennis, or even ping pong have demonstrated a unique ability to enhance neural connections to muscles. These activities compel your nervous system to engage muscle fibers in specific patterns, strengthening neuromuscular junctions. A study published in 2000 in the Journal of Physiology revealed that older adults participating in activities that require coordination twice a week experienced a 31% improvement in the preservation of neuromuscular junctions. The second practice focuses on compounds specifically designed to improve neuromuscular health, such as alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl L-carnitine. The super elderly also practice targeted breathing techniques that stimulate the vagus nerve, playing a crucial role in regulating neuromuscular communication. Through the application of these neuromuscular preservation strategies, the super elderly maintain the essential connections that allow their brains to efficiently engage muscle fibers well into their 80s and beyond. 5. The timed method of protein consumption that turns ordinary seniors into athletes. Many seniors focus on their protein intake, but studies indicate that the timing of consumption may be even more important. With advancing age, our bodies exhibit diminished efficiency in protein utilization, a phenomenon recognized by scientists as anabolic resistance. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition indicates that older adults should consume protein at various intervals throughout the day, rather than in a single meal. This is the essential aspect. The period after each meal presents a crucial opportunity for muscle protein synthesis, typically lasting about 3 to 4 hours. Consuming all of your protein at dinner, as is common among many seniors, results in missed opportunities for muscle building throughout the day. The ideal strategy involves aiming for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal, distributed consistently throughout the day. Breakfast should incorporate protein sources like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie, rather than relying solely on toast or cereal. For lunch and dinner, it is advisable to maintain this approach by incorporating lean meats, fish, dairy products, or vegetable proteins such as beans and lentils. Implementing this timing strategy can improve muscle protein synthesis by up to 25% when compared to consuming the same amount of protein in fewer meals. In a 12-week study conducted by the University of Texas, participants who adhered to this method experienced an average muscle gain of 1 pound while maintaining their existing lifestyle. It is essential to recognize that the timing of your protein intake plays a crucial role in muscle development alongside the amount consumed. This factor can significantly influence whether your muscles thrive or deteriorate, especially after the age of 65. 6. The anti-inflammatory strategy that is revolutionizing aging. What similarities exist between super seniors who exhibit remarkable muscle strength? All of them exhibit remarkably low levels of systemic inflammation. Researchers now recognize that chronic low-grade inflammation, often referred to as inflammaging, plays a significant role in the muscle loss seen in older adults. This silent inflammatory mechanism triggers molecular pathways that break down muscle protein faster than your body can regenerate it. It is particularly concerning that inflammation interferes with anabolic signals essential to promote muscle growth after exercise or protein intake. A significant study from Tufts University revealed that seniors with elevated inflammatory markers experienced a rate of muscle wasting 3 times higher than their peers with lower levels. Individuals who exhibit remarkable longevity and vitality adhere to specific anti-inflammatory approaches that many seniors tend to neglect. Initially, they emphasize the importance of sleep quality, ensuring 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted rest in completely darkened environments. Second, they pay careful attention to gut health by incorporating a variety of fiber sources into their daily diets and fermented foods rich in natural probiotics. Third, they approach exercise intensity with a strategic mindset, often engaging in moderate intensity exercise on most days, incorporating brief intervals of high intensity once or twice a week. They consistently incorporate specific anti-inflammatory compounds, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, curcumin from turmeric, and polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition indicates that this combination can lead to a reduction in inflammatory markers by up to 29% over a 12-week period. 7. The secret. Nutrients. Super seniors use to keep their muscles young. While conventional nutritional guidelines often emphasize macronutrients like protein, carbohydrates, and fats, Individuals known for their remarkable longevity and muscle strength carefully consider particular micronutrients. These essential nutrients play a key role in enabling your body to effectively utilize protein intake and enhance the advantages of your exercise regimen. Magnesium stands out as a crucial element, often referred to by researchers at the University of Vermont as the overlooked electrolyte essential for optimal muscle health. A significant majority of older adults, exceeding 70%, are deficient in this essential mineral, which plays a crucial role in more than 300 enzymatic reactions associated with muscle function. Individuals known for their exceptional longevity often include magnesium-rich foods in their daily diet, such as dark green leafy vegetables, nuts, seeds, and dark chocolate. Next up is creatine, a supplement whose benefits extend beyond young bodybuilders, with findings from McMaster University indicating that seniors supplemented with creatine experienced notable increases in muscle mass. Vitamin B12 methylated is an often underestimated B vitamin that has a direct effect on muscle energy production and nerve function. Adjunctive minerals such as zinc, selenium, and chromium play a vital role in supporting protein synthesis and enhancing insulin sensitivity, both of which are essential for effective nutrient delivery to muscle tissue. Rather than relying on a generic multivitamin, individuals who excel at aging often perform micronutrient testing to identify their unique deficiencies and personalize their supplementation accordingly. This personalized strategy ensures that individuals are meeting their specific biochemical requirements, rather than spending unnecessarily on nutrients not essential to their unique biochemistry. 8. The stress paradox. How controlled discomfort can be your greatest ally. Individuals in their 80s who exhibit remarkable strength often engage in practices that may seem counterintuitive. They routinely undergo specific types of stress known in scientific terms as hormetic stressors. Hormesis describes the advantageous effects that arise from exposure to low doses of substances that would typically be harmful at higher levels. Simply put, the challenges you face can enhance your strength, particularly in relation to your muscles. Findings from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging indicate that brief encounters with certain stressors can trigger protective cellular responses. Temperature variation is the initial hormetic stressor employed by super elderly. Short exposure to cold, such as finishing showers with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water or brief immersions in ice water, encourages brown fat. Similarly, exposure to heat via saunas or hot baths stimulates the activation of heat shock proteins, which play a crucial role in repairing damaged muscle cells. A study conducted in Finland revealed that individuals who use saunas regularly, 4 to 7 times a week, experienced a 40% reduction in muscle loss over the course of a decade. Intermittent fasting, also known as time-restricted eating, serves as a second hormetic stressor, activating autophagy, the cellular cleansing mechanism that eliminates damaged components and improves muscle quality. The third hormone stressor refers to short, vigorous muscle contractions, often a type of exercise recognized by scientists as overcoming isometry. The effectiveness of these stressors lies in their intermittent nature. They must be concise, accompanied by sufficient recovery periods. 9. The sleep revolution, the super elderly nightly ritual that preserves muscle. A little discussed secret to the remarkable muscle preservation seen in super seniors lies in the quality of their sleep. Researchers at Stanford University have discovered surprising connections between sleep patterns and the preservation of muscle mass in aging. Studies reveal that during deep sleep, your body releases up to 70% of total daily growth hormone, a potent stimulator of muscle repair and growth. As they age, most people experience dramatic reductions in deep sleep, but super seniors have developed strategies to optimize this vital phase of sleep. First, they maintain strict circadian consistency, going to bed and waking up at the same times on a daily basis, even on weekends. This consistency optimizes the production of growth hormone and multiple other biochemical processes essential for muscle maintenance. Second, they practice a strict digital blackout, eliminating all blue light exposure from screens at least 90 minutes before bedtime. Research shows that exposure to blue light significantly suppresses melatonin and reduces the time spent in crucial phases of deep sleep by up to 70%. Third, they keep their bedrooms in complete darkness and relatively cold temperatures, between 17 and 19 degrees Celsius, conditions that studies show optimize both sleep quality and growth hormone production. Fourth, they avoid alcohol and sleep medications, which can provide the feeling of sleep but dramatically reduce the time spent in the more restorative phases of sleep. A groundbreaking study from Northwestern University demonstrated that seniors who implemented these strategies experienced an average increase of 42% in deep sleep and a corresponding 22% increase in muscle preservation over a 2-year period. Sleep quality may be the most underestimated factor in preserving muscle mass with advancing age. 10. The surprising social factor that can double your muscle strength in old age. One of the most unexpected aspects of muscle preservation, discovered by researchers at Yale University, involves a factor that few health professionals consider: your social life. Science now confirms that social isolation triggers biochemical cascades that accelerate muscle breakdown, while strong social connections can literally boost your strength. A 10-year longitudinal study followed more than 3,000 older adults and documented something remarkable. Those with robust social networks and regular community involvement demonstrated 73% lower rates of muscle loss. The mechanisms of this phenomenon are multifaceted and fascinating. First, regular social engagement triggers oxytocin production and reduces cortisol levels, creating a hormonal profile that favors muscle preservation and growth. Second, socially connected individuals tend to maintain significantly higher physical activity levels simply through their daily interactions. Regular gatherings with friends, participation in community events, and even simple walks with companions provide constant muscle stimulation that often goes unnoticed. One of the most intriguing findings is that regular social engagement has been shown to increase the effectiveness of exercise interventions by up to 54%. Seniors who exercise in groups or with partners maintain much greater adherence to programs and tend to exert themselves more during each session. Researchers at the University of Birmingham found that the mild competitive component present in social settings stimulates the release of testosterone and growth hormone at small but significant levels. Social connection has also been shown to directly improve sleep quality, which, as we saw earlier, plays a crucial role in muscle maintenance. Seniors who maintain strong social connections are 67% more likely to achieve restorative deep sleep on a regular basis. Particularly potent is the combination of social engagement and physical activity, such as group fitness classes, adapted recreational sports, or social walks. Maybe it's time to reconsider that invitation to a bocce ball game, book club, or dance class. It might be just what your muscles need. Gaining strength and independence. Your new beginning starts today. The findings presented are not mere scientific curiosities. They represent a transformative opportunity for anyone, regardless of their current age. You now possess knowledge that the vast majority of older adults, and many healthcare professionals, simply don't. The 10 Habits of Super Seniors offer a practical and scientifically validated roadmap for preserving or regaining your strength and independence as you age. The most remarkable thing about these strategies is that they are all affordable, implementable, and can be adapted to any fitness level or life circumstance. Every small change you implement today creates a compounding effect that manifests in extraordinary strength and vitality in the years to come. Start by choosing just one of these strategies, the one that seems easiest or most appealing for you to incorporate into your life currently. Maybe it's simply including more protein in your breakfast, starting a basic resistance training program, or improving the quality of your sleep. Once you've established this first habit, gradually add the others as you become comfortable. In 12 weeks, you'll likely notice measurable changes in your strength, energy, and overall well-being. In 12 months, the results can be truly transformative, with the potential to add decades of independent and active living to your future. The decision you make today, in this moment, can literally determine whether you'll be climbing stairs with ease or struggling to get up from a chair a decade from now. Remember that it's never too late to start, and every positive step, no matter how small, moves you in the direction of becoming a super senior. The future with extraordinary strength, independence, and vitality is within your grasp. You just have to reach out and conquer it.